Hey guys, sorry, I'm still sharing, so I'm not paying attention. And I also,
do you ever really pay attention?
I do sometimes. I just had a couple things I was sharing out to people.
Did anybody else hear Tom either talking or munching on candy or something? Yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah. What was that?
Well,
I told you should look at my share post. What I said.
Well, I did not mean to cut you guys off earlier. I was trying to just click on the thing and just
Ashley doesn't know how to work things tonight.
Completely.
No, I said
cut you guys off.
I shared it and said, "Come chat and watch Tom eat candy."
Well, that's all right. It's nothing fun. It's just hot chocolate, but
I did come equipped with the Monster for the evening. I feel like I should be sponsored by Monster.
Oh, that's so good.
I think Nate's drinking moonshine, if that helps.
Nate's doing shots on air.
Little tiny cup is what it.
Oh, it's so good though.
Does it taste like Christmas?
It tastes like apple pie, 100%. Like cinnamon and oh yeah.
Well, I guess you have apple pie at Christmas.
I guess. Wouldn't you want pumpkin pie first, though, for the holiday?
No, nobody likes pumpkin pie.
No one likes pumpkin pie.
That's it. This podcast is over. We're breaking up.
You're from Ohio. It's forgivable.
Yeah, Ohio's better than most states. Listen,
it's better than Pennsylvania, I'll tell you that.
All the driving we've done these last couple weeks.
And it's not really tough to be better than Ohio, though. I mean,
it's all the hills. All the hills in Pennsylvania, they were rough. My head, my ears.
I had no ears left by the end of that trip.
By the time I got home, my check engine light came on.
Yeah.
And I think it's the mountains. Like it's not. That's not.
No,
okay.
it had to be the haunted location.
Maybe, but it did it for Gettysburg too. But I also, I know my dad's watching, and they were in the car so at one point. So the speed was ranging between 35 and 55, and it was up and down the mountain, and it was like real sharp turns. And I mean, we didn't die though.
No, that's all.
But I'm sure my car, my little Josie.
That's a nice way of saying that she was flying way too fast.
No, I was not going over the speed limit.
You were going,
I think I was doing like 50, 55.
But remember, downhill speed is very much different.
Yes. But I'm pretty sure I never went over 55.
Welcome to Tom's School of Driving.
Coming from the person who misses all the turns when we're leaving and going.
That's because I get distracted by the things on the road, okay?
So, no, guys, we were driving to Gettysburg to the bash, and Tom got distracted by horses, and we missed our turn. And then we're at Daw's house, and we're going to get dinner. And he got distracted by cows, and we missed our turn again. So we have to make sure that when Tom drives, we keep him focused.
Yeah.
And when I drive, you have to keep your seatbelt on.
Nate, who do you prefer, though? Would you prefer missing a turn where you could easily turn around, or getting launched into the ceiling of the vehicle?
Okay. I've had experiences with both of you.
I make it very clear. Make sure you have your seatbelt on in my car.
Up.
You better buckle up and hold on. I say it all the time. Buckle up, Buttercup.
We hit a hill and we got in the air.
No, it wasn't a hill. And I was only doing like 30. It was a turn. We were turning into the Mexican restaurant. There was no hill. There was no hill.
We hit a hill too. What are you talking about?
No, it was. There was no hill.
We did near your house. We hit one of those hills that you were driving. Those up
my
and
house?
downs. Yes.
I'm
just
you
saying.
just said that I beg to differ because you just said Ohio was flat. So had we hit a hill in a flat area?
Your area.
I should warn everybody. I'm feeling spicy today.
Yes. I don't think I can handle this tonight. No, but there are so your area does have a few hills.
Yeah,
but
they're not like
hills.
mountains.
They're like inclines.
Yeah.
I mean,
we weren't speeding. We were doing the speed limit.
Well,
yeah. So when we were in the mountains, I got to put this up on the screen. So when we were in the mountains, if we went to the right, we fell like a football field straight down. If we go left, I just hit a bunch of trees. So as we're taking these turns, my dad is like got his hands up in the air like a roller coaster, and he goes, "If you're gonna crash, just go left." It's like I'd rather hit a tree than roll down a hill.
Yeah.
Nobody died that day. But we're
in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Like whatever way the GPS took us over the weekend, we're going through like the middle of nowhere, like not even close to any like main.
It was kind of scary. Not even gonna lie.
We were calling out houses like, "Yep, somebody's that could be a murder house there." Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre was filmed there. Like
yeah, it was some of the most backwards way of going somewhere ever, and I'm not sure why it took us that way.
Yeah,
he never even told Ashley what happened to us on the way home.
No,
we
from Gettysburg or from
we
Doss?
pulled into a Dollar General and we lost signal and we couldn't get the GPS to work.
Yeah,
we were like, "Oh no, what do we do?"
We were sitting in the parking lot. And I'm like, "Nate, do you have service?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I guess." Oh wait, no, I don't.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, and then so like we shut off the car to go in the store. And we came back out and it's like GPS just gone. I'm like, and we were supposed to like turn near the Dollar General, but I couldn't remember the name of the street we were supposed to turn on. So I'm just like, well, what do we do now? I don't have a map. So we just drove straight until we hit signal.
Yeah. Well, for everybody watching, we have been on the road for weeks. We went to a lighthouse, then I was on vacation and you guys were doing weddings, and then we had the Gettysburg Bash, and then we were at Doss House, and now we've got a collab that we're doing in a few weeks, and then we're at 2 more Paracons. We got a lot going on.
Please give me the month, okay? It's a month away. Give me the time to recuperate.
It's like 2-3 weeks. Yeah, it's not too far.
It's September 14th.
Is it the 14th? Oh, yeah, yes, I will be traveling that
over
Friday.
A month away. Where are you with your time?
Well, because I'm also leaving that week to go get my tattoo, to then meet up with you guys on Sunday to then do that collab. So I'll be all bandaged up.
To make us work harder, Nate.
That's crazy.
We don't
I work hard enough.
That's okay. But since we were talking about Gettysburg, and how did you guys like that? What did you think about the bash? Well, this was your guys' first year. Nate, your first Paracon, right?
My first Paracon in general. I thought it was great. Like, the people we talked to, I thought were fantastic. The event itself, I thought was fantastic. We saw a lot of people that, we've already known. We met people we haven't met before. Some people I was friends with on Facebook.
That we were friends with on Facebook that we hadn't met in person yet.
Yeah.
That was cool. Met some cool people as well.
Yeah. So we did a lot of interviews that weekend, because we did some on Friday and some on Saturday. Out of all of the interviews that we did, either together, separate, whatever, who do you think was your favorite?
How did I know this was going to be a question?
Well, I'm not putting you on the spot. I'll answer too, because
I'll tell you the one that threw me off the most was Batman, and like all of the stuff he was telling us. I'm like, oh my goodness, like this guy, the life. I thought it was gonna be like a funny like little look who it's Batman, but no, man,
I for sure thought it was just gonna be a cosplayer that we were interviewing, like someone who just goes around dressed as Batman, and
super motivational type. His story was pretty interesting. So it was one of those ones where like, oh wow, like this guy's seen some stuff, he's been through some stuff, but like some of the stuff he was saying, like motivational, and like I was ready to run through a wall after he was done talking to me. You know what I mean?
Well, and to think, I love that he goes and he talks to children, because and he went through a lot of that stuff as a child, and it's like sometimes kids are scared to talk, or they're scared to share their feelings for whatever reason it is. And hearing like just the stuff he was saying to you, like, I think I was recording from the other side of the table. And like hearing him, it was so motivational. I'm like, I couldn't imagine being a kid hearing this, being like, you're right, yeah. Like, got my whole life ahead of me, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll say though, I think so. There were a lot of great interviews, obviously.
Okay.
I think the most fun was Brian and Rochelle from
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Which I did end up buying one of her
You
shirts.
do.
No, they would just that ended up I think being our longest interview too. I think it was like 45 minutes.
50 minutes.
And it was just nonstop laughter. Which
It was.
great.
Well,
that
and
was a lot of fun.
I like to know because people don't get to see us when we really investigate. And the three of us have a freaking blast, and we're normally laughing, making fun of each other, doing whatever. And but we get the job done. And it's nice to see that like Brian and Rochelle do the same thing, and hearing them banter back and forth like we do when we're either on this show or behind the scenes. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's just say though, it's mostly you two just picking on me. Like, let's be honest.
That's not true, Tom. You saw the video I posted this week.
Yeah,
you and me were picking on
we
Ashley for
did get back at Ashley.
To defend myself, I think every single location I had been there first, waiting on you guys, except for the Doss House. Because the Lighthouse, I was there 45 minutes before you guys got there.
You didn't beat us to the State House.
Yeah, but we did work on that Friday.
Yeah, but that's because we rode together.
That's true. But we also did work when we went to the Lighthouse. Like I had to work that day.
So did I.
You get out earlier than we do.
What time do you guys get out?
I always work till 4:30.
Oh, that sucks. What time do you go in?
8 o'clock.
Oh, see. Mm-hmm.
Normal 8.5 hour shift.
I do 7 to 3, and I'm out.
Yeah. See, you got out earlier, so of course you'd make it there early.
I also had to drive farther. Well,
yes,
we thought we had to drive farther.
Yeah.
I say we be in my multiple personalities, but
well, that's a whole nother episode.
Yeah,
that's get into that. But
you're telling me. I don't know. I think there were a lot. I think most, if not all, the interviews were great. I think they all went really, really well. But Josh from Beacon was one of my favorites, aside from like Brian and Rochelle, because they were hilarious. But Josh got me so excited, like, because we had just filmed and stuff like that. But it's, it gets tiring. You get exhausted. We still have normal lives and stuff like that. But hearing Josh talk about Beacon and like what they had coming up and what they do and how the shows are ran and what we could expect. Like I got excited and I was like, oh, I can't wait to film again. Like, I don't know. I just like seeing a network doing it the right way and bringing back like legitimate, like authentic material and not just.
I think that's the key too, right? Like,
yeah.
When you're on a network, they kind of, kill any type of fun that you might have. It's very rare you see anyone having fun on a network, especially when it comes to this paranormal.
But with
stuff.
Beacon, like with Brian and Rochelle, and even like Dave and Shane and Cindy, they let them be themselves, which in our experience was not what we had. So it was really cool, and I got excited like hearing him talk, and it was like, oh, I can't wait to see this show. Oh, I can't wait for this one to come out. I can't wait for that one to come out. So I think that one had me all ramped up and excited again.
Yeah. And like doing the things they want to do like their way with, and the one thing I remember, like they've got some bigger name people on the network, and he was talking about some of the bigger name shows, but then you got other shows that aren't, with anybody that, so it's a good exposure for people to be on the network as well. Like, all right, so you're here for this, but also check this out too while you're there. Like that's pretty cool to me.
Because they've got paranormal, they've got urbex, they're starting to dabble in true crime. So I think like I like how those things kind of combine, but are also separate at the same time. So I'm interested to see how they kind of get everything going. And I don't know. I'm excited to see where Beacon goes. I think it's going to be cool.
Guys, I just saw the most epic thing out the window.
Oh, no.
I'm going to stop you because this was epic. So
what?
There was a FedEx guy driving down the road, right? And the side of his truck was open. Like the door was open. This man comes flying down, slams on his brake, shuts the door, and keeps going without skipping a beat.
That's crazy.
I was like, that's epic.
Oh. And little
Just
does he
little
you
things.
just made a podcast.
Mhm.
Yeah. He'll never know, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
and he's
So
famous now.
while we were at Gettysburg, though, we did not only attend the Paracon, the Bash, but we did end up renting a haunted. Well, we didn't know it was haunted. We assumed because it was in Gettysburg
It's
and it was
Gettysburg,
built in
yeah.
the 1800s and all that. But do you guys want to talk about what happened there? Because
Yeah, I
technically, it's
mean-
not going to be an episode, so we can't.
No,
There's nothing to hide.
We were live
Also
for an
way
hour
late for
anyway,
this
so
Yeah.
yeah. So like we were there. What, Thursday, Friday night? This was
Mhm.
Saturday night. The last night we were there.
Yeah.
You know, none of
Nothing.
us the entire time were like, this is nothing. Like, you know, I was hoping it's Gettysburg, it's haunted. Nothing was going on. Like, I didn't hear anything. Nobody felt anything. And then that Saturday after the bash, we were all going to get ready to change. We already just ate dinner. We were going to get ready to go to the celebrity bartending that we never made it to.
No.
Yeah. By the way,
was
I'm still mad about that, but I'm just saying.
I know. I really wanted to go, but by the time we realized that it was
I'm
over.
still bitter.
I got to the top of the stairs on the second floor, and I'm like, all right, showtime. Like, I could feel something there now. I called Katie. Katie was downstairs. She's like, come on up, Katie. Tell me what you feel. And she's like, yeah, I feel it too. And then we launched a full-blown investigation with everybody. You, me, Katie, Katie's mom, your dad, your husband.
Mhm.
Like, everybody was involved.
Everyone in the house. Yeah. It got him. I mean, everybody got involved. And then some stuff, like crazy things started happening. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
Brian got touched.
Yep.
My
Yeah,
dad
which-
and Mom, you guys heard a voice coming from downstairs.
Clear as day.
Uh-huh.
Clear.
Mhm.
Cat balls
Probably-
were going off.
Probably one of the clearest voices I've heard audibly that wasn't from a living.
Well, it was like a chain of events. You guys had heard the voice, and then in the kitchen, or not in the kitchen, in the bathroom upstairs, or where her husband Brian was, he got touched like 2 seconds later.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think, in my mind,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
like you guys reacting the way you did scared whatever was on the steps, and it ran into the bathroom and touched Brian. Scared Brian. Brian
Yeah,
screams too,
like,
runs
it
out of the
was-
bathroom.
Mhm.
And how he described it too was like he said it felt like something brushed against him.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's like as if something was running by after we heard that voice.
Exactly.
So he said, but the weird thing is when he described it, so it was from the bathroom coming out because he was in the bathroom door looking at us, and he said it felt like maybe a kid or kid height, but it was like right on his like right butt cheek. That it was like they kind of like went like this, like they were trying to get by, and that's what it felt like, is like the hand against him, like you know when you're trying to get by somebody, and you're like, oh, excuse me,
Coming from the
out of
hallway
the
in, coming
No,
out of the
coming
bathroom.
from
out of the
bathroom.
bathroom.
So I wonder if the voice we heard was calling for that child.
Well, and
Maybe.
that's what I wonder, because when you guys heard it,
It's very stern on that.
yeah, in that moment, you guys said it sounded almost like a male. And-
Yeah, 100% it was a man.
And by the height of what Brian was explaining, touching him or trying to like, he said it felt like a little kid was like trying to push by him.
Mhm.
So I almost wonder if like the male was calling, like you said, calling the child, and the child was like, oh crap, daddy's calling me. Excuse me, like I gotta go.
I mean, that would make sense because I mean, it had to be like 2 seconds at the most since we heard the voice to when he got brushed on or touched or whatever, and then he's
Yep.
running down the hall.
Yeah. Well, and then we took Nate's music box, and I had those gummy clusters, the nerds that are like kind of chewy, and I put them in a line, and then put them in a line on top of the music box, and then set it in the bathroom. And Nate, we were downstairs, what, a few minutes, if that, before it started going off like something. And I swear, I can't confirm it, but I am pretty sure one of the candy was like moved a little bit, not much, but a little.
Mhm. It was crazy
Yeah,
because
and-
I've not heard that box go off like that before either. Like,
No, but then also, after all this happens, y'all get to go to sleep in your rooms. And where was Tom sleeping?
Oh, well.
On a cot in the living room,
in the open.
in the open.
Yeah.
And I had, if you guys went to sleep, I had the bathroom door open and close on its own. Like I could physically hear it. And I didn't see it open, but I know it was closed because I had used the restroom, closed it, went and sat down on the couch, and I went back maybe like 45 minutes later to go into the kitchen, and the door was wide open and no one had come down.
It's just weird to me though, because like we were there 2 nights and like nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody felt anything. Nobody heard anything.
My only thought is maybe it got more comfortable with us as it went on,
Right.
you know, and it felt like we don't have to hide or whatnot, you know, like these are okay people.
Well,
That's just what I thought.
The other thing I think about is what Nate said when we were there. So every night we had come back after dinner and we were in the house for the rest of the night. And we were up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning, you know, talking or whatever. That night after dinner, we got back and we were all getting ready to leave again. And I wonder if it was like trying to get us to stay, because I think it was either you or Katie that mentioned it, like, oh, maybe they didn't want us to leave, or maybe they were, you know, trying to stop us from leaving because they thought something was going to happen or whatever the case was. But that was the only night that we had come back and was getting ready to leave for the night, because we were going to the celebrity bartending and unfortunately never made it because we ended up in an investigation.
Well, I wonder if maybe they thought like if they were stuck in their time period, like maybe they thought, you know, if we went and left the house or something, we could, you know, be shot, you know, things like that. Because given where the location is, the time period, you know, that was just something I had thought about. Like, if they didn't want us to leave, maybe it's because of that, you know.
I saw Katie's comment in the chat about the spirit box voices, and wow, those voices were crazy coming through.
Yeah,
I think one of the craziest one was I asked, "Are you Union or Confederate?" And clear as day through the box it said Confederate. I'm like, oh damn, I've never heard it that clear before like that.
Well, yeah, there was no mistaking it.
And we use that box in a lot of our investigations, and I have never in my life heard it say the word Confederate ever.
Yeah,
which I just
thought was such a long word too,
right?
Yeah.
You know, like,
well, and the fact that Nate had literally just asked the question and it was seconds later that it said it, because I think we were all like and like looked at each other.
But, you know, like I think a lot of us, because you know what we do, like we are kind of semi into history. I kind of feel like you have to be, and like the Confederate charge on the last day of Gettysburg started right in the backyard of the house. So like, putting all that together, I'm like, it's crazy to me because that could have been somebody getting ready to allegedly, getting ready to go up the hill, and you know that was the last thing they saw was, you know, the house wasn't there during the battle. It was like 1900 something, I think.
1903, I believe it was.
And Katie's right. So I forgot about that. Wow, I just had deja vu. Sorry, I feel like this whole show has happened before. No, Katie's right. Do you remember when Brian said how much did you make to go into the army or something like that? And it said 91. And then when we Googled it, the average salary of a farmer for a month was $91, which was, I mean, could it be coincidental? Yes, but the fact that it was just like, how much were you paid? And then it was 91, and then we Google it, and that's what you know came up. I thought that was pretty cool. But
crazy, but I mean, just because the house was built in 1903 doesn't mean what's there wasn't before that.
Oh no, yeah, somebody could have just. It was a field probably at that point. So
technically, it was built before 1903. It was actually in the 1800s, but something wasn't finished until 1903. I don't remember exactly what it was.
That could be. I forget who. I didn't read all the newspaper articles on
no.
Yeah, I forget who looked it up. I think I don't know. Maybe the foundation was in 1803 or 1800 or something like that. But I think it might have been finalized in 1903. But
the church directly across the street from us had a sign on the thing that said it was a Civil War hospital. So a lot of that stuff was there at the time. 100%.
So I mean, just think too, and like that probably got overcrowded too. So there were probably people just laying outside on that land, right? Where the house's, you know, yard was.
The plumbing started in 1863, which was the same year the war happened. So
I knew the house or the structure was there. I just I wasn't sure, but I knew it was like 1800s.
Yeah.
But I do think we had such a great time at the bash. We had fun all hanging out and because we're all from such different areas that we don't get to see each other in person a lot. And then to have that happen too is just like icing on the cake. I thought it was a good time.
Katie's mom was so thrilled, she was so happy because that was our first time investigating, and she was so ready for it. I feel like
she was.
Ecstatic.
She did at one time say, she's like, "Listen, I'm leaving my shoes on because if I gotta run, I'm out." I was like, "Get it, mom!" She was ready to go.
You do you.
Yeah, but I think it was a great weekend. So if you guys, if we have the opportunity to go back next year, do you think you guys would want to go back to the bash?
100%. I love that.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get to explore everywhere I wanted to either. So
I would also hope that we could maybe get the bigger room next time for our table.
Yeah. I think the quiet room or the smaller room worked because it was a little bit quieter. But I think what we would need is more of a wall spot so that we could have the electrical not running across the floor and then not those people right behind us where
well, yeah, I think
terrible.
that's
I was like, Katie, tell them we're live. They're yelling.
Yeah, we're trying to get people to sneak in, sit with us, but we're so cramped in that room.
I didn't mean to say having the small room was bad. That's not what I meant. I meant space-wise, there was more space in the bigger room.
Yeah.
There was more space between tables because it was just a bigger room. So obviously that just makes sense.
Yeah.
I think for what we were doing, it would have been better.
Well, and I think I agree with you. And I think next year, if we do have that opportunity to go back or if we are asked back, I think we should do 2 tables because by that time, the podcast is still going to be going, but we're also going to have, the other part of Realm of Darkness, which is the Dark Travel Chronicles.
Are we?
So, Nate, you're the one editing some of it right now. I am sure we're going to have both of them going.
Yeah.
So I think if we had 2 tables, and that would give us more space to kind of have guests come in and stuff like that, which would be cool.
Speaking of filming, good news.
Oh,
new camera comes tomorrow.
Yay!
Tom has new cameras.
And that's going to be good timing because not that we can say a lot, but in the coming months of October, we'll say, everyone needs to make sure they pay attention to our lives, to our feeds, because there is some big stuff that's happening, but unfortunately, we're not allowed to talk about it. But you're going to want to see it. That's for sure.
Yes.
I believe. What did I miss out on?
You know. We just can't talk about it yet. We
just can't talk about it.
Soon enough.
Yes. But anyway, yeah. And then also, we're going to be doing the same thing at Rock Island. So that's what, October 4th, 5th, and 6th. So we're going to go there. We're going to be broadcasting from there. We're a part of a podcast panel, which I think is going to be really cool because I get to moderate the panel and you guys get to sit on the panel. So I'm going to grill you guys.
I feel bad for everybody.
In a nice way. But there's
we're used to you. Everybody else isn't. So
I know. And
that is true. Will they have candy at this panel?
I don't know. But there's 2 other podcasts and then a show that's going to be on the panel. And there's a lot of panels that weekend that you can do. I know Josh from Beacon is doing a panel about filming and directing and things like that. I think Paranormal Theory is doing a panel. I know Get Haunted's doing a couple things. I mean, there's a lot of people. There's going to be a Bigfoot event. I think that's Friday night. You can buy tickets to. There's a VIP investigation that you can buy tickets to. There's food trucks.
They're bringing the occult museum items like Annabelle and other things, all sorts of stuff.
And actually, our guest next week is going to be there too, and they're called Haunted Happy Hour. Lord have mercy. It's not firing. Haunted Happy Hour. That is what they're called. And
Nate's moonshine has affected Ashley from across another state.
You would think, geez, Louise, too many contracts today at work. But yeah, so they're going to be on next week, and they're at Rock Island. And I will tell you, I've had their coffee the last time we were at Rock Island, and it is delicious. And they have one that is kind of like bourbon infused that I can't wait to try. But they have, it's like different, it's kind of like a mix of coffee spirited flavors and then like a bunch of different signature roast. So I think that's going to be something cool to try, especially since you guys have never had it. I'm trying to think. There's going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah. And like the panels, there's like multiple panels going on at the same time all throughout the day. So if there's something in particular you're interested in, like
it really seems like there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, really and I think most of them are free with admission. I know there are a few that you might have to buy tickets. Like those are more the gallery readings, and then you do have to buy tickets to get into the occult museum that they're going to be setting up with like Annabelle and all that stuff. And if you're going to buy those tickets, I would do it soon because I think Annabelle tickets are almost sold out.
Yeah.
Not sure, but I believe they're almost sold out. But I know some of the other gallery readings and stuff, you can buy tickets for that, which I think will be really cool. There's a couple different people I'm interested in seeing there.
Nate, isn't our friend Christy going to be there?
Yeah, I don't know if she's going to have
I know she'll be there.
Is she doing? She's definitely there. I know she's.
I don't know if she's doing a gallery, but I know she's there.
We'll have to find out.
I might have seen her on her. I don't know. I'll have to look, but yeah, she'll be there. God, there's going to be so many great people. I'm excited, and they're all kind of like in my mind right now. But
I know I'm about to pull it up.
Yeah, and then in November we've got Mysteries of the Fort, which is in Fort Wayne, and that's being ran by Nick and Bree. Which
and let's hope for no snow
in November.
Have you been to Buffalo?
It doesn't snow in Ohio till like January or February.
We've gotten snow in October before.
Yeah, not enough to like fear driving in.
Yeah,
October? We had one big snowstorm in October the one time.
Really?
It's not common. Normally, it's like the end of December is when we really start to get hit.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it can happen.
It can.
I mean, we'll get snow in December, but if we get blizzards, it's like January, February. That's why I'm like, let's take those months off, January to like beginning of April, just because the weather sucks. But yeah, Mysteries of the Fort, there's panels there. There's going to be gallery readings live where I think Bree and Heidi and Sam are going to walk around, and it's going to be, there's a lot of really cool events that are coming up that we get the honor of being a part of.
And I might make you guys film in December too. So we'll see how that goes.
In December? Oh, is that what you sent us earlier where I said I'll dress for the Arctic?
Yes. Well, yeah, but yeah. It'd be, I mean, I'd aim for like beginning of December.
Oh, okay.
As long as the weather cooperates.
Okay. Just not
Patty Negri. She's there.
Patty Negri is there. There's so many people.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
There's a lot. There's at least, I think there's probably close to like 60 vendors, if not more. I don't know.
I would say almost 100, probably, if not more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, things for us have really, really taken off these last couple months.
Yeah. We've been putting in the work. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, somebody dropped a sweet trailer.
Yes, the trailer. And what is it at now? So we dropped the trailer. What was that?
In our group chat, we keep watching the number go up. We're excited about it.
Listen, we just get excited. We
I'm
dropped
just
it.
Excited that it's awesome, and I will take full credit because I'm the one who edited it. So.
Tuesday. It's at 3.4 thousand views right now. So a little over almost
2 days ago.
3,500. Yeah, 3.4 thousand. So 3 days ago. What was that? Monday, Tuesday, something like that.
No, we dropped it Tuesday, right?
Well, that wouldn't be 3 days ago. It's only Thursday.
Monday.
Yeah. Mathing's not mathing.
No. It's been a long couple weeks.
Not a lot of things are mathing at all.
I know. We all logged on to this before we went live, and we're all like, wow, we look thrilled today.
Listen, I'm just a little red from the sun. That's all.
Yeah. So we have a couple episodes that we've filmed. So we've done the lighthouse. We've done State House.
We're gonna give away all our secrets.
We can name where
we literally post pictures every time we're somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I can say the location. I'm not giving away secrets. I'm giving
no
locations. So we did State
Just
House.
messing with you.
We did the Lighthouse. We did Doss House. We have our very first, as a team, residential coming up, which I'm really excited about. We've got a collab with Paranormal Theory, which is going to be happening at Madison. We are also investigating Rock Island while we're there for the Paracon, which is going to be cool. So out of the locations we've done, which one are you guys excited to edit the most? Without giving too much away, about how, like, which ones are you guys excited about? Or are you excited about all of them for different reasons?
I think that more so, like, because you'll see it, like, as we go, just the three of us.
Yeah.
We get funnier and funnier like, as we go. I feel like just look at for the week. I don't want to say too much, but like,
yeah,
nothing was really happening, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna start spewing my shit, and we were all dying and laughing, and then we started getting activity with it too. So, like, things started coming through the box.
Yeah, at one point you had me crying because Tom's like, "Are you good?" I was like, "Nope."
I will say that the Lighthouse is good in its own way, but I will say that it was kind of hit or miss when it came to stuff happening.
Yeah,
which happened. I mean, it happens.
Exactly. So what we tell people every time
I had a scary experience, but
exactly, that's all that matters.
But like,
which is funny because like you had a scary experience and I had a great experience.
She had a positive one, and I had
in two separate areas of the house.
But it was only moments apart too, which was but that shows the authenticity, and it shows how quickly something can shift. And it also shows that depending maybe on the person, maybe I don't want to give away a lot about the location, but maybe they were more gentle on me because I'm a female in that type of environment, and you're a male, so it was, maybe they were a little tougher on you, a little bit more scary.
I mean, you can see it in the trailer too, like the part it's at the very end of it where I literally said I was not feeling right in that basement.
Yeah.
Not giving anything away, but obviously that was the basement of the Lighthouse.
Yeah.
But I also like that with each location, we are figuring out things that we want to do for the next location. Because, at the Lighthouse, there were certain things that were happening that Nate and I were like, okay, this next time we do something like this, we need to film this because it's funny. And or at DOS there were things that were like, let's try this versus this, and it's kind of nice to be with a group that you can fully trust and have those ideas. And I mean, there's ideas where we're all like, okay, that kind of sucked, let's not do that, or like, yeah, let's do that, and we're all comfortable bringing those forward.
I will say this though about the Lighthouse, there's one thing that happened that I still can't explain, and that's the lost footage.
Yeah.
That we lost.
What was that on your?
But think about it. That happened at State House as well.
Yeah, because she lost on her.
We had some great footage. Yeah. Like footage that I was excited to review, and it's nowhere to be found. So
I still haven't checked my SD cards, also I could have it.
Oh, okay. I don't think so because it was from a static cam. I don't think.
Yeah, but I think you gave us the cards, didn't you?
No, because in the static cams we put in mine, because then I bring them home and I review them for you guys. But
well, I mean,
we'll see. We'll see if we lost anything at. We'll see if we lost anything at DOS, which would be interesting. And the funny thing is the footage that we lost from State House and the footage we lost from the Lighthouse were two completely different cameras, different cards, different entities. So it's weird that there's like certain things that are going on. But
and like I took at the Lighthouse, I had to have taken 10 to 12 videos, which only 3 of them made it somehow.
Yeah.
And the rest were corrupted.
Can we talk about the lighthouse? Because this probably won't make the episode, but how nervous you made Nate and I about the drone.
Listen, I am an expert drone flyer.
It does look good. So, you guys, when we were at the lighthouse, it was super windy that day, a little overcast because there were thunderstorms in the area. And we're up on Lake Erie. So if anybody knows Lake Erie, like it's just, it can be hit or miss depending on how things go. And Nate and I were talking to the person who kind of runs it and the caretaker.
Lighthouse Cave.
Yes. And he's telling us, as Tom is setting up the drone to go take drone footage, he's telling Nate and I, like, oh yeah, that satellite on top of the lighthouse, it sends a signal every hour, but we don't know what time. So it could be on the hour, it could be 15 after, it could be whatever. And he's like, every hour it sends us the signal and drones die and they just drop out of the sky. And Nate and I like, oh, okay. We turn around and Tom is flying the drone over the lake. And we're like, oh no, oh no. Oh, no. So we were terrified because wasn't it like brand new that day too or something?
Yeah, the first time we flew that drone that day.
We were like, oh no, it's going to become a casualty of Lake Erie. But
why did you have a new drone?
Well, we had a new drone because the old one dropped out of the sky at State House.
Yeah, just dropped.
And hit a house.
Someone's house and just blasted into pieces for the most part.
So that is also why we were nervous about Lake Erie eating the new drone.
But then I totally messed with you guys. Just so you're aware, I never lost signal on that drone.
When it came down from the power lines?
No, on the lighthouse. I never lost signal.
No, but do you remember when we were standing like in the little field next to it and it just started coming down and you're like, or no, it was going up. It was going up and we're like,
yeah, I was like, uh-oh.
I was messing with you guys. That was me.
Okay. Because we all got nervous.
Any issues with that drone. So I don't know what signal that he was talking about or what other drones people had that were having interference issues, but I never lost satellite signal. I never lost anything.
Well, he told us it was like a month before we were there that someone was flying their drone. And they correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he said they were flying it, trying to get images, and it lost signal and fell into the lake and he couldn't get it. Because it was like out there.
Sounds like they had a weak drone, bro.
Maybe. But we were nervous. But so if there is something you guys can talk about from the locations, what is something that stands out to you guys?
Let's see. Well,
that might not make the episode that we can talk about.
Well, this probably won't make the episode, because don't think we'll put it in there. But at Daw's house, we all had full intentions of sleeping there originally. But then
Tom had other plans.
Halfway through the night, it was so. I'll use the word intense. Because that's the only way I can describe it. It was so intense that I actually booked us a hotel room that we could go to sleep. Because none of us, well, I think Ashley said
Ashley would have been fine, yeah.
Yeah. I would have slept there.
Super uncomfortable after everything that happened to sleep there.
Well, we did go live, and like it all started during the live when we were in the basement and all that stuff. Like it was telling us to leave or calling me out by name. I'm not sure. I got to listen
to the EVPs with your name.
Did you listen to the live? I went back and listened to make sure that what we heard was your name and what everybody else heard. Nate, it is clear as day. I mean, it is like they are on and they go, Nate.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't expect to hear your name ever get called, especially like it's not someplace we've ever been before. Like if we were there a million times, yeah, maybe you'd know my name, but
we'd never been there.
No.
I mean,
and then Ashley obviously.
Well, I had been there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
but I mean, was just insane.
I don't want to get into too much of the story and all that stuff. We didn't really talk about that. But there's some stuff that we don't know too much about there that may or may not be pleasant. So,
right.
Yeah.
Once all that starts going down, and there's definitely something that will make the episode that we did that
I
kind of
mean-
reinforce certain things.
Yeah, and then like one thing I will talk about, because you'll see it in the episode too, and it's nothing like, it's no evidence based or anything, but like we got to that first doorway into the kitchen, and immediately I felt like I was gonna throw up.
Yeah.
And like it felt like just something hit into my stomach, and I was just, hey, Ashley, you took the camera because I wasn't sure I wasn't gonna throw up. That's how strong whatever it was, and it was probably one of the craziest feelings, because like I knew I wasn't sick, but all of a sudden it was just like I have to throw up.
Well, and the crazy thing is when you guys went into the house, you know, I had been there previously with Katie, and Katie and I had some very, very intense experiences, which you guys now know of. And we weren't filming technically for anything. It was just for our own personal, I guess, use, I guess.
Well, we were supposed to film, but that's a different story. It
Yeah.
just didn't work out.
Yeah. So we, Katie and I both had a very, very intense experience. And it's weird because I told you about the experience, but I didn't tell you where they happened. And Tom, when you walked in and got sick, where you were was exactly where Katie was as well. And that was the spot where time was lost. And she swore she did one thing and something else happened. And it was just weird that it was the same exact spot, which I actually haven't even told Katie about yet. So she's if she's still watching. Yeah, she's still watching.
You kind of see it in the trailer. It's a real brief clip in the trailer of me just like doubling over, because it was just, and it was fine in that first room. I felt absolutely nothing wrong. House felt like a house, albeit it had a really slow ceiling, and I thought I was gonna hit my head.
Yeah.
But then like I just hit that threshold, and I felt super like nauseous, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. And then it just like, it almost made me feel like I wasn't supposed to go further into the house. You know what I mean? So I don't know if something was trying to keep me from going further, or I picked up on someone who had been sick there before in a previous life, you know.
Something.
Yeah.
It was
that was
overwhelming.
Well, and something that wasn't really happening when we were filming yet, because I think we were still getting everything set up and ready, is when I put those motion sensors out on the stairs, because we were still putting batteries and cameras and getting microphones hooked up, and I put that motion sensor, which is like a doorbell alarm really, and it kept going off. And we would, I mean, Nate, I know as many times as you walked over there to make sure it wasn't us and it wouldn't go off, and then we would walk away and it would go off again. We're like, what the hell?
It really was like a convenience store with a lot of people going in and out.
Yeah, it was like ding dong, hello.
I'm not sure if that static camera up in the corner over there was on yet or not. If it was,
I don't think it was.
No,
I can't.
No, because we didn't hit record until we started, until we went lights out.
I won't give it away, but I actually can't wait for Ashley to watch that static camera that was on top of that cabinet for a specific thing that happened through the night.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, wait a minute, what? I was thinking about
I can't give it away because that will most likely make the episode.
Are you talking about the reference of the text messages as well?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's why, like, when I got those messages, and I'm not going to say what they said, but I was like, I have to send them to you guys right away, because what she was saying and what we experienced blew my mind.
I'm gonna
no
cut
way.
her name out, cut everybody's name and phone numbers out, and I'll probably throw that in the episode, like with something. Just
seeing the messages was just wild.
Well, and it proves that what happened should not have happened.
Yeah.
No. Well, it shouldn't happen either way because of certain environmental factors, but that's a different story too.
You all will see when the episode comes out.
So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited, and it's weird because I feel like every location we've been to has been a different experience. Like State House, I felt very comfortable, safe. Like I was just going to a family member's house.
I slept like a baby.
I slept like a baby too. And I mean, we got a lot of evidence, but it was it was great.
Why me?
Yeah, that's the one I'm working on editing now. So like, I've already sent you guys clips of things that we've caught and
is Is you waking up and telling me that on camera?
It's not videoed, but it is audioed
Oh, you can hear
because
it?
we had a static cam. So where we were, the room next to us, that blue room,
Mm-hmm.
there was
Yeah.
a static cam in there. And doing review, I heard it. I heard
Yeah.
the whole thing.
I think we
I
already
need that.
I think we already talked to people about this, about how you woke me up randomly
Mhm.
and then don't remember.
I did not realize
Like, I think we
that there
talked
was
about
that
it,
much of a conversation.
but
I'll have the visual to go with it, but yeah, it's there.
well, yeah. While you guys sleep great, I don't, because Tom gets woken up.
Well, it
And
makes it
then, like,
interesting.
I'm gonna start bringing headphones with me every time we go sleep somewhere, so I just don't hear anything.
Oh, what
We're
we
just gonna
need to
start-
do is we need to put a camera on ourselves while we're
Mhm.
sleeping, so that
Yeah.
it picks it every time Ashley wakes me up and tells me there's something scary in the room, and then falls back asleep and doesn't remember.
Ashley, did you hear all the demonic growls in the hotel room the other night coming from Tom's bed?
No, I passed
That
out.
was not, dude. You were snoring over there.
I literally, I passed out. I like put my hoodie up. I was wrapped up like a little burrito and I passed out.
Yeah.
Nope. I did not wake up at the hotel room though.
Well, the noises you heard, Nate, were me moving around in that sleeping bag, because I did not want to sleep under those covers. And that sleeping bag was super slippery, so it kept sliding out from underneath me. So I had to like readjust it. So I'd move around in the bed and readjust it, and then like I would slide out and like.
Yeah.
Listen, next time I'm making reels of Tom sleeping, so everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Well, and it's just, I think it's hilarious. I think it is hilarious that like when we did Wildwood, which unfortunately we're not going to have an episode for, but like I remember that experience. I remember, and it's weird because it was all like, you know, we could talk about Wildwood because we're not putting that one out, but like Nate, what happened with you before we were filming?
Wildwood is out, but it's not under us, so
well,
we'll it's already out. So,
but like with what was happening with you before we even started filming, like where I had the box that Jeff Fat made, and we turned it on, and I love that at Doss House it did what it did versus like Wildwood, because we can see different locations have different effects on it.
I can't believe that thing did. Yeah,
it did nothing. You know, but like at Wildwood, you know, Nate heard that familiar voice, you know. And then hearing people talking upstairs to where we thought somebody broke in. And then, of course, my midnight freak out when I thought there were 3 men standing in the room.
It was not midnight. That was like 4 a.m.
It was like 4 a.m. I just remember opening my eyes and seeing 3 men, and none of them were you two. And I freaked out. And all I could get out was guys, guys, guys. And in my brain, I don't know if I was yelling guys to get your attention or if I was yelling like there's guys there.
All I remember is I was half asleep, I was about to doze off, and all I hear is guys. I was like, what is going on?
Well, there were 3 men standing in the doorway.
Yeah, you know,
and then they just vanished.
That whole evening should have been foreshadowing, because who were the 3 people in that room?
Us 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and if you remember when I went out to show you guys where they were standing, the back of my shirt got pulled. Because then I yelled again and ran back into the room. First I saw them. Now I'm getting my shirt pulled, and now I'm running back into the room. Well, and you guys ended up running EVPs, and we got voices.
We did. Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they made the episode or not. I don't recall.
No, because I don't know if we had them anywhere. But we did them on the fly there.
Yeah, on our phone.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that probably didn't make that episode. So
yeah, I still think that might have been not the scariest, but the most startling moment for me was opening my eyes and seeing 3 men standing in the doorway.
Well, I mean, depending on how you saw them, you know.
Yeah.
If they were solid figures, you know.
I thought there were just. I was like, oh, there's
3 men in
one. Yeah, there's 3 men and there's 3 of us. We're all gonna die. That was my first thought process.
Well, you know, it's funny because, as you said, like we heard those voices up on the 3rd floor that actually sounded like there was 2 people in the house together, like they had broken in somehow.
Men.
Yeah, 2 men. Well, It was when we came back. It was when we came back from the cemetery, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was when we came back from the cemetery. Yes,
So
and because
we had
and
never
I
gone
was,
up to the third floor.
but I had before we left, before you guys got there. I had walked all the floors, even the basement. There was nobody there. And then when you guys got there, we went to the cemetery. We came back, and I was on the second floor by myself, and I heard two men talking on the third floor. And I remember like stopping because I'm like, as silly as this sounds, you guys know, being an investigator, you know the difference between spirit voices and like real voices. It's just, it's a different tone. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
And I would have sworn on my life and everybody else's that they were real men voices. And that's when I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
And I just remember, I think I had equipment. I just set the equipment down and I like backed out and I was like, okay, I got to get the guys. And that's when I came down. I told you guys
Makeshift weapons.
Not sound crazy.
Nah,
on
we
the
grabbed
podcast.
we grabbed butcher knives.
I went
Let's be
straight
real.
to the kitchen and grabbed 2 butcher knives, and I was like, "Well,
Yeah,
if we're gonna
straight
fight,
up,
I'm not going down without without cutting
straight up
somebody."
Michael Myers running
But
through
see,
the house.
And that's the crazy thing is because then at Daw's house we had an experience where we thought someone broke in, or came through the front door.
Yes, yes.
And then we grabbed makeshift weapons. I was carrying around dowsing rods, ready to stab someone.
I had my flashlight and I pulled I pulled it out like this far, and I was like, I think I looked at Tom and I was like, I can break someone's nose if I hit them hard enough, right? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, can you stab someone with dowsing rods? He goes, yep.
We'll find a way.
Yeah. Like, well, and I always say, if not, they're gonna know who did it because I'm going down. Like, I'm not going down without a hell of a fight. Like, I will leave marks so people know who did it.
So I will say though that there are 2 places that we should probably definitely go back to with us 3.
Yeah.
I think Wildwood is definitely a return episode.
Oh, I
as well
think
as Hinsdale.
I think Monroe. I think Wildwood.
I would love to go back to Monroe again.
Yeah, I think there's a.
I know we didn't do it for this show. We did it for a different show. But Katie was there for that one. So she knows. Ashley looks like she knows. No, you're back. You're frozen for a second.
No, I think Katie would want to go to Monroe, and it might be
she can
safer.
attest, like,
it might be safer
all
in
the
numbers.
crazy things that happened at Monroe. I mean, doppelgangers, like, whoa. Like, I know the episode's been out for a bit now, so obviously we can easily talk about it. But like,
well, we can talk about it if we want. Either way,
I saw Katie at one point, and then she was somewhere else. I saw you at one point walk into a room, and you were behind me.
Nate heard my voice come out of the spirit box.
Yeah, that place was confusing.
And Nate saw multiple people. Well, he
one
saw somebody
sure,
upstairs and one downstairs. You saw people. I think Katie saw people. I mean, it was.
Then I made Nate run up the stairs because something was coming behind me.
Nate, go, Nate.
Go.
Go, Nate, go.
It felt like someone was running behind me.
That was happening to me at the Doss house. And I just turned on the stairs. I'm like, stay down there. Don't you dare follow me. That's what I said.
Not so fun is it now, right?
Yeah.
When it happens
it's never fun. It's never fun when you know that feeling and something's following you. It's never fun. I get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I used to feel like Stern. Like, no, don't you follow me. You're guys, stay up there.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, at Monroe, the stairs that you felt like something was following you is where that static cam was that we show getting knocked off the thing or knocked out of the thing. And at Doss house, when you guys went up the stairs, the basement stairs first, I remember standing at the bottom and I was like, I'm gonna get ran up on. It's gonna be okay. And I just took one little step and I was just like, it's fine. And like, if they push me, at least it's good footage. Like, that's all I kept thinking is if I get pushed up the stairs, at least it's going to be on camera. Because I think I had a camera, but it might have been a phone. But you know, it's funny because when I talk to people who are not in the field or have never been investigating, they always say like, "Oh, are you scared? Are you scared?" And they think I'm crazy, but I'm like, there are moments where I get nervous, where I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, is
Yeah.
this a situation that we can handle if needed? And I'm like, but normally in my head, I'm like, well, if I get pushed up the stairs, if I get scratched, at least it's going to be on film and it makes for great footage. And
Mhm.
you're like,
Yeah, I always tell people that like
like,
I'm more scared about like real people showing up at a location than the spirits, because
Mhm.
spirits are spirits, you know, whether they shove you, touch you, that, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, it's
yeah,
unnerving because you're like, an invisible force is touching me, but I'm far more scared if someone randomly shows up at a location that's human.
yes,
And
because you never
I
know
don't
their
know what their
intention.
intentions are,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it
Well,
happens a lot at Hinsdale if you're there
it
and you rent
does.
it out for the night, because people obviously are just going there just to check it out. Well, you still
Yeah.
don't know, and
Yeah.
Well, and that's why like I like to keep the door shut, just because I mean, you guys know, like I always have something on me at all times
She's
because I'm a
carrying,
girl.
she's packing. Yeah.
Because I'm a
Ashley's
girl.
scary and carries lots of weapons.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
being a girl and a lot of the times you guys get to travel together and I'm by myself. So I'm
Mhm.
like, well, if
Mhm.
it comes down to it, I have to
handle.
I got to try to handle myself.
Mhm.
But I think you're right. I think I am more nervous about real people than like
Mhm.
Yeah.
spirits.
Yeah.
So,
Bobber.
Real people suck.
Robert, make sure it's not me you jump out on. It's just
Uh-huh.
not for fear factor, but
She'll
for like,
stab
All
you.
right,
You
so-
be
Sorry.
leaving with a stab. You got to go to the hospital when you're done.
So Bobber will sit there and say that he's going to show up and scare us. But shall we bring up Crescent? And when that man jumps so high in the air, I've never seen someone run
He
into a
almost jumped
closet
right into
so
my
fast.
arms, Robert.
Yeah, how about that one? This
I
man
love
was like Scooby Doo and jumped in the air and just flew.
He jumped in the air and his feet were moving. Like, it was one of those things.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I don't
That
know.
is okay. So since we're talking about that, what's your one bucket list place that you have to get to?
That's in the US. Because last time you
Like, keep
We
it
did
to,
this last time.
last time you
Yeah.
asked me this question, I gave you my answer and then you didn't like it.
No, we didn't like
all
it.
right, we'll keep it in the continental U.S.
Ooh, okay. In the US, I have a couple. So I really, really want to do Alcatraz. Just because I think it would be really cool. And it's old and what?
Somebody promised us Alcatraz one time, but that didn't work out.
Yeah, well, neither did our relationships. So
Also-
No, you're right.
Wasn't there talk about them trying to reopen Alcatraz too?
yeah,
I think so at one point, yeah.
but I don't want to go for that reason.
No. I was just saying you might not get to investigate it if it reopens for those reasons, but
But like West Coast, I think like definitely Alcatraz and the Winchester Mansion. I think those would be two really cool places. And then on the East Coast, Trans-Allegheny, just because I've always wanted to go. And probably Eloise Island.
okay. So I will say, like, there's, and I don't know if for some reason it's on my bucket list this week, but there's a place that I want to try to get to. It's actually in New York. It's out towards New York City. It's a hotel out that way.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
The Shanley
Yeah.
Hotel.
Yes. I also think just any location that has barely been investigated would be on my top list,
Well,
just
I
because
mean,
it's not overly done.
Yeah.
I got that one I messaged you guys about yesterday. I got to message that girl. I'll do it after we get off the thing and see what I can work out. But
You know, that's one of the cool things is that me and Nate have gotten a chance to investigate a place that like was only on one show, and we were like, I think the second or third people to ever investigate it, and that was
the second.
Yeah.
Second, yeah, it was formerly called the Pillars Estate, which everyone may know from Ghost Hunters.
It was on the reboot. Yep,
it was on the reboot. They have recently renamed it Maison Albion, which I think is insane. I'm thinking about now because yesterday I had to volunteer. I didn't have to. I offered to volunteer for our Erie County Fair that we have here. It's a big fair that we have here in Western New York, and we were collecting canned goods for people that are less fortunate. And I was paired with a girl that's in my office, but I don't work directly with, because she's in a different department, and like I'm in our legal department, and our legal department is separate from the insurance company. But yet we're all under one umbrella. It's very confusing. Anyways, we were talking about haunted locations, and her daughter is getting married in a few weeks, and guess where it's at?
That's right there. That's kind of cool.
Maison Albion.
That's cool.
So obviously she started asking me all these questions about it, and she's like, I refuse to watch that Ghost Hunters episode because I don't want to be scared.
I've got a rough cut. I
We
still have
do.
the rough cut from when we investigated there. Yeah.
And in that, we'll talk about that too. That's pretty cool. Tim Shaw's in that. We got Tim and Christy London to do walkthroughs of the building, and they actually had a lot that they picked up on.
So one of the things I always tell people too, like, being that it was a big wedding venue, they just bought the place, and like for years they wouldn't let the previous owner. That was the only time he ever let anybody investigate it. So I always say, when you hear me say the answer is always no unless you ask. If you don't ask, like, just ask, reach out. Some of these places were like, oh yeah, why not? Come on.
Yeah.
Like that. And we went and they cooked us dinner. They did everything for us. It was amazing.
It was very good. Very good.
Well, and we say that with guests too, because, you know, like there's random people where I'm like, hey guys, I'm going to reach out and say this, if this person wants to be a guest. And I'm like, worst case scenario is they say no. And in fact, in 2 weeks, one of those shooting my shot guests is going to be on, and I am so excited. I am so excited.
Well, I will say though, well, there wasn't that much experiences we had at Maison Albion. There was one that I think was probably in like my top 10 of paranormal experiences, in the fact that we were filming it for Behind the Shadows, which is Dan Klass's old show. We were bringing it back for a bit. We had a couple episodes out. Then we kind of like revamped it a little more, and that was with Nate joining, and we took over production for it. And we brought on Dan's partner, Kevin, and this girl that was helping us out on camera. And she was holding the camera on, I believe it was on a tripod, wasn't it?
Some kind of like thing to hold it. Yeah.
Yeah. And this camera literally slid back off the plate and fell backwards. And we all and I was looking at it and I saw it, and she was like, I don't know what just happened. It's like, I wasn't even touching the camera. And I saw this thing, it like literally slid back off the plate and then fell.
So I don't know why this reminded me. I was talking to a lady last night who we had met through our bowling league, as silly as that sounds. And she was like, oh, do you have a Facebook? And I said, yeah, I have a Facebook. And I like had to preface, I'm like, just if you request me, please don't judge me by my Facebook. I said, you're going to see a lot of very interesting content. And I was like, you know, we have this show and we have a podcast. And I was like, so you're going to see a lot of really crazy things. And she instantly was like, oh, my house is haunted. Would you guys investigate it? And I was like, yes, absolutely. So
is it a big house?
I don't know about that, but I know that she said that she will be cutting, like she says, like she'll cut fruit or something and set the knife down, and the knife will slide off the table onto the floor. like things are moving.
Oh, I'd want to
Yeah.
debunk that.
So
Because
Maybe
if she's cutting fruit, the juices on the knife can cause it to easily slide.
well, and then her son told me that he hears voices from the attic.
Ooh.
Well, that's less explainable than the knife part.
That's a
I
little
mean,
harder.
I just like they were telling us some stuff last night, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" She's like, "No, seriously, I want you to come over." I'm like, "You let me know because
Is this in
don't threaten
Ohio,
us
I
with,
assume?
yeah, don't threaten us with a good time."
Yeah, facts. We'll be there.
Right,
Oh,
right.
there's another travel
Uh-huh.
Hey, maybe
back to Ohio.
we could do both residentials in one weekend. Maybe who knows?
Yeah.
But
That wouldn't be bad.
yeah,
No,
but
we're gonna make you come up to Buffalo at least once, because
I have been there once. That's how we met,
yeah,
Mhm.
once,
literally once.
literally.
I know it's coming. It's a little over an hour. We don't technically have a time restraint, but
No.
I do want to bring up the guests that we have in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And because
2
I just
weeks or
think
next week.
so next week is Haunted Happy Hour, and the week after that is Lantern Rescue.
Oh,
And
that's right. Yep.
Lantern Rescue is the one that I am really excited about. So I actually found them on TikTok, and I was listening to kind of an interview that the founder had done about the beginning and the upcoming of the foundation. So what it is it's a nonprofit organization that exists to like liberate victims of human trafficking, sexual like exploitation, and it's all around the world. It's just not in the US. And so I was listening to her speak and tell about like the beginning of the organization and how it was like upcoming and some of the things that they had to experience and like how they got it to where it is today. And I'm telling you, like I was speechless. And you guys know that doesn't happen often. And I was just sitting there and I'm like, oh my God. And I messaged them and I was like, I just watched your TikTok. I think it's incredible. This is the podcast we have. It's very casual. You know, we'd love to come on and kind of talk about the organization and what you guys do. And she's coming on. So she will be on not next Thursday, but the Thursday after. And they told me like she's got stories prepped of people that they have rescued and how they're doing, statistics and like all this stuff. So I think that's going to be a really interesting and really, really cool show. Because I think people know that sex trafficking is like a huge thing, but I don't think they realize just how big it is and how many people are missing and how many people are, you know, being exploited all throughout the world. So I'm really, really excited about that one. And then I was able to talk to a few people, and the Culture Con in September of next year that we're going to. So this event has paranormal, metaphysical, cryptids, horror, urbex. I mean, it's got everything. And they have the event. They're going to have some extra things like most events do, but then they have some really cool like VIP stuff that's going to be happening. And I don't know how much I can share, so I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to get in trouble, but that is another event that people need to keep an eye out for. And it's called the Culture Con, and it's in September of next year. That one's in Scranton, PA, and that one's going to be, I'm excited to get to that one too. There's going to be a lot of people there too. And a lot of really, really cool things going on. And maybe we'll take part in some of the extra things. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you might have connections, so we'll see.
We'll see. Maybe. I did volunteer us for some stuff, so we'll see how that goes. But I don't know. It seems like our year is filling up pretty quickly already.
Yeah.
Actually, like to volunteer us for things that we didn't agree to yet.
Have I gotten you into anything bad? Don't answer that question.
I don't think you want us to answer that question.
Don't answer that question yet.
Nothing that we can't handle yet, I guess.
No.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I haven't. I may have steered you.
I don't know. I had to book a hotel room so that we could sleep. I mean,
right? Maybe in a longer path, but not a bad direction.
Yeah. No, we're having fun. That's all that matters.
It's all in good fun.
Right. But
you want to talk about the other thing I posted on the flyer, like, so we can talk about quick?
yeah,
Let's talk about a YouTuber and a comedian buying the Warrens the house. What does everybody think about that? Tom, you look like you have an opinion. Go ahead.
I have an opinion, but I don't know if I should say it.
I mean, so I will tell you, as long as they just don't exploit the place, I think it'll be a good place to go to.
Well, you saw who their first live investigation was, right? Who they let live stream from there.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think that says it all. To be honest.
I'm worried
Yeah.
that they not intentionally. I don't think
Mhm.
anything would be done intentional. I think they do have the best intentions, but I think they are
Mhm.
not as knowledgeable as some people. And I am worried that the museum, the items that are there, may not have the full seriousness that needs to be
Mhm.
taken.
Mhm.
If that's a politically correct way of answering
Mhm.
it. Like I said, I don't think anything would be intentional. I just think they don't have that knowledge. They don't have the
No,
certifications, all of that.
I did see they're gonna try to keep the Nesper people, like, have somebody there while people are inside the
Okay.
museum part, to for safety and stuff like that. You just don't want to. That's not the kind of thing you want to
Aren't they
throw
limiting
somebody
you
into.
to only 2
Right.
hours?
Well, that
I
was
think
what
that was one of the things I saw, but I don't. They're still working out details, so there's not like a set
so
thing, I guess.
okay, because I saw TikTok that someone had sent me that Matt Rife himself had like talked about, and he
Yeah.
said that you would be able to rent and investigate the house and the museum. And
Mhm.
that's where I got nervous because again, I don't
Mhm.
think Matt has any ill intentions. I don't think that they would ever
No.
purposely do anything, but people coming in,
Mhm.
I could see someone be like, this isn't real, and opening a case or
Yeah.
destroying, not necessarily an artifact, but destroying something from the museum. I mean, we've seen people do crazy things at locations and
Yeah.
somebody being like, oh, I'm at the Warren house. I'm at the,
Mhm.
Let's
That-
talk about Bobbert's comment there right at the top for a minute. Oh, if you guys see it.
Mhm.
which
He
one?
was a fan. He was a fan of
He was a fan
investigating.
of Ghost Investigating before.
Mhm.
Now, but let's also not forget that there's a huge difference
Oh,
between
yeah.
being a fan of Ghost Investigating and then being an actual investigator.
Well, and
True,
he
too.
has investigated a couple locations. I know he's been to
Mhm.
FCI. I think he's been to Madison, and he has
Mhm.
done a couple different locations.
Mhm.
And like I said, I don't think it would be him or his partner. I think it would be the
Just
people
people.
that would come in to investigate. They would,
Yeah. I feel
I
like
think
though, if
Worried about
somebody's
the items in
monitoring
the
it,
museum getting destroyed.
yeah,
yeah.
you
But
would definitely need somebody in there like monitoring, especially
yeah,
just because the stuff is so, I'm gonna say, evil. I guess. Like I'm not too sure. Like I don't know what I believe in as far as a lot of that stuff goes, but like
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go as that far, but
yeah,
I
I
think
mean, from a historical standpoint, ruining some of those items would be just devastating to their
yeah.
legacy and
They are
the
a
history
piece
of
of
the item.
paranormal history. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, the stuff is
Yeah.
history. So
and we as investigators know maybe it's not demonic or evil, but
It's never demonic. Let's be
objects
real.
can hold
Mhm.
energy and energy
Mhm.
can
That's
be
true.
negative. And
Mhm.
it's not, it might not be a whole Linda Blair head spinning, puking
Yeah,
type of thing, but it could be bad luck. It could be,
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of different steps, and people think exorcisms and stuff like that, possessions happen like that, but it can be it can just be depression. It can be
Mhm.
feeling alone. It can be a lot of different
Yeah.
things. And that's what I did not know that they were talking about having somebody there when these things are going on. So that makes me feel better.
Yeah, they want, for safety reasons, to have somebody knowledgeable to be with them. Like they're not just going to let people run through the museum like doing
Okay.
whatever they want. They're going to have people there. There's going to be cameras set up in there.
Good. Because somebody would probably steal something too, honestly.
100%. Someone would take something home with them.
Mhm.
But I'm also still not 100% on who they had live stream the first investigation of it.
Who was it? The Josh guy?
I think that was the name. All I know is, I don't even want to say it on the air because.
Well, I'll say some of it there for Matt, and I forget the other guy, but for
Elton.
them, they're gonna have to really filter who comes in because people are going to come out to prove that this is all fake. And you're going to have those people come out and say they faked it, they set this up, that was rigged. And it's going to, I don't want to say ruin the illusion, but it's going to taint, hey Candy, it's going to taint what the Warrens built and then what that team is continuously trying to push forward. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I believe in some of this crazy stuff, but I'm not going to be one that risks it either.
No,
Yes.
I feel
say,
that.
like,
I feel
I'm not
that.
going to be.
So I'll say it this way: the person that they brought out has a alleged history of faking.
But weren't they
I
the
don't
one
know too much
complaining about things being faked?
No,
Oh, I thought they were.
not that I'm aware of.
Oh,
Well, I mean, it's one of those things.
And I say
watch to see what
allegedly
happens.
because it's, I can't speak on it one way or the other.
No.
yeah.
I just go by what's been said.
I know the other guy has his own YouTube channel too. And that's how he kind of got started at it too. And Matt has done a lot with him on that YouTube channel. So
Yeah.
I mean, if they've got the best of intentions going into this, like
Then
it could
all
turn out
for
to
it.
be a great thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and I think too, like, we personally got to talk to, well, I didn't, I was flying, but you got to personally talk to somebody from that team that handles and takes care of and watches over those items. And I think as long as Matt and his partner are willing to learn from them and kind of like take their instructions, learn from them, see how it should be handled. And as long as they take it serious, I think maybe it could be a good thing. And a lot of people are saying, well, Matt was just a fan. Matt was just this. But technically, weren't we all?
Exactly. We all started out that way, just about.
Yeah, we all started out by watching Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures and all these shows. So we were all fans at one point.
Some of us did not start that way.
A good number,
a
good percentage of the community did. There's not many people you run into that you don't hear, oh my gosh, I used to watch you when I was younger. Or, oh my gosh, I loved watching, this show or that show. But I think as long as he respects it and he does it the right way, and like I said, tries to take the time to learn, appreciate, and respect, I think there's going to be hopefully no issues.
Yeah. It all depends on like the intentions. If the intentions are good and like so I watched some of the initial live where they announced it, and like the guy Elton was talking about, having pictures of like the Warrens sitting at this table or doing this at this place and stuff like that. Like, I feel like he wants to do the right thing and like wants to preserve a legacy and a space for people to go in and like this is where they were, like this is where they did all this stuff. If that's truly like the intention, it's not to exploit and to, just turn it into a cash grab.
Yeah.
I think it'd be all right. That's what I'm hoping for. So
yeah.
I'm just hoping it's not like $1,000 a night or something like that. Maybe
I know.
Go.
I would love.
You know what's going to be, right?
Yeah,
I would love to get out there because I want to
That'd be
investigate. I want to investigate that area, and then another location I want to investigate, which we'll probably never get into because of the show that goes on there. But the Conjuring House too.
Oh God. Yeah, you ain't never getting into that place.
I know, because I ain't messing with
not
all that.
Not with the current.
Yeah. I don't do.
But
well
I mean, I think we need to get up into that area, like Massachusetts. There's so many places out there.
I've been to Massachusetts and investigated in Massachusetts a lot.
Well, SK Pierce is a great location. I investigated that with actually Melody Knapp and Jason Baker, and it was fantastic. We had a great.
Enjoy that third floor.
So actually, we got more from the basement and that main floor.
No, I mean, did you actually go up to the third floor?
Oh yeah, we did at SK Pierce.
No, Murdoch Whitney.
I never went there.
Murdoch Whitney Mansion.
She never went there.
Oh,
I
I
never
thought you
went.
said you went there.
No, I said I went to SK Pierce.
Oh, and then I said,
Weird.
what about the Murdoch Winnie Mansion? You said I investigated
Oh, I
there.
don't think she
Oh
heard
no,
you.
I didn't hear that part. No, SK.
Right.
And then
Mhm.
you know who has some really great locations that we
Mhm.
need to get to. I keep telling him I want to come up there and we just haven't worked it
Mhm.
out. But Matt
Mhm.
Warner has 2 different
Yeah.
locations up there. Heartsoft Hall and another one, Hurt and Pain,
Yeah.
that we need to get to.
Mhm. And we need to go to
Pain?
Salem too because you've never been to Salem. So
I've never been to
Did I-
Salem. I want to do
Mhm.
that. Wilson Castle is another one that I hear is
yeah,
really good
that's
up
been on
there.
my list. I've never been there.
Yeah, I haven't been there either.
Mhm.
I will say though, look into Murdoch Winnie Mansion.
Where's that one at?
It's in Massachusetts.
Oh,
So it's probably, I think it was about an hour from Salem.
oh,
On
then
the
we
way-
could add
it's on
that
the
to
way
our list.
Salem.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
we captured a clear as day picture of a ghost child in like period clothing in the living
Wow.
room. I asked about the third floor because thinking you had been there, but so the third floor is like a half floor. And
Oh, well, if we're
ceiling's
gonna go, don't tell me.
the ceiling's
Yeah,
like
don't-
4 feet high.
Oh.
So I had to like
No.
crawl through it.
Oh my, there's still a couple locations that I've been to that I want to get you guys to. Like Beale Manor is one I really
Mhm.
want to get you guys to. OSR is always good in Ohio. There's so many places in Ohio.
I've done some
Mhm.
day trips through OSR.
Yeah.
which is-
Franklin Castle. I would love to do Franklin Castle, but
I don't know.
I-
I don't
you-
think they rent it out.
no.
Well, they do. You can investigate it, but you're
Mhm.
not allowed to do pictures, filming, nothing. So you literally just go in
Yeah,
like
that's-
this. So, and I'm not, no offense to Franklin Castle, it is on my list, but I'm not going to investigate if I can't film.
Mhm.
Yeah, anything.
At least-
Even if it wasn't for a show, even if I
Right.
just wanted to keep stuff for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to pay $800
Mhm.
to come out and then just be like, oh, yeah, this happened. Like, because, you know, people don't believe us a lot of the time. And I'm
No.
like, listen to this, look at this. And which I get why they do it. But at the same time, I'm like, if you would probably get more business and more investigations if you allowed audio, phones, filming, like you're going to
Mhm.
get more that way. And I don't
Yeah.
know why they don't, because Nick went there and he filmed for
Yeah.
Paranormal Lockdown, I believe it was.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that was a while
I think
ago.
it was a different owner though. Yeah. I think it's-
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, there's places, there's a couple that we have in our group chat that are from Ohio, and they're all within like an hour
Yeah.
or so.
Mhm.
There's places here we want to get you to.
Yeah,
Mhm. Genesee
Iron
Falls
Island.
in.
yeah,
Yeah.
Genesee Falls in Iron Island.
Mhm.
Elmira.
Canhorn Mansion. Yeah. There's a whole bunch. So.
yeah. There's a I forget the name of it. It's like a little town in Montana that I would love to get to, but never went because the flights out of Ohio are like $2,000 because there's nothing in Montana, so
There's
Yeah.
really
That's so crazy.
it's hard to get
I
out
was
that way.
actually, funny enough, was watching a documentary on YouTube while I was working today about Montana.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's
It's a sign.
that's weird.
It has
Ironic.
like the highest per capita volume of space with the least amount of people
Mhm.
in the U.S. Like this one area, this one county has like one person per 1 mile of like square footage.
That's crazy.
Insane, like
Mhm.
just crazy. Like I don't know how you could live like that. That's me.
And
More
they have
power to you if you can do it.
I probably would like. I don't know. I don't know if I'd like that or not. But we
I
have to get to
mean-
Georgia too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of locations in Georgia, and we have
That's a long drive.
we have
South
a place
Carolina.
to stay. South Carolina, North Carolina,
Well, I'm
Brandon.
thinking not a place to stay, but the actual drive.
Oh yeah.
Brutal.
Close your eyes. We'll make it there.
Mhm.
You're not the one lugging equipment.
I would be the one driving. I drove from
Buckle
Ohio.
up, Buttercup.
Buckle up, Buttercup, and shut up and hold on. No, I drove from Northeast Ohio to New Orleans straight through.
That's crazy. How far of a drive is that?
18 and a half
crazy.
hours.
You're nuts, but that's okay.
Uh-huh. I drove it on a Thursday night and then came home Sunday. Mhm.
That's crazy.
No, thank you.
Good for you though. That's
It's a
that's
cool
a fun
drive.
trip.
More power
should-
to you. But
Yeah. I think I didn't drive for like a half hour, but then I had to drive again. So it was fine. But, and then Rock Island, well, that's not far. That's like 8 hours. So
8 hours from you, yeah.
buttercups.
yeah, but like it's about 3 for us to get to you, and then another 8, so 11
Yeah.
for us technically.
As long as I have coffee and someone to chat with,
Mhm.
I can just drive.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ask Nate when I had to drive 3.5 hours home from the lighthouse at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
I had him to talk to, and I had coffee, and Kayla was on the phone. I was good. I was good. Even though you guys
God
thought I
bless
was
you.
dead on the side of the road, that's okay.
Well, yeah,
But-
you
Oh,
weren't
we didn't
responding
hear
to
from
any
you for like
messages.
hours.
well, that was the first time Nate's ever cussed at me.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, answer the phone.
Well, I didn't know because I was on the phone with Kayla.
Yeah, I know.
And I had the GPS hooked up through my car. So my Facebook messages wasn't coming up. It just had Kayla's name and then my GPS.
Mhm.
So I didn't even know you guys were messaging me until you called, and you literally like, where the are you? And I was like, I'm driving.
Mhm.
And then Nate goes, we thought you were going to be the next week's episode of the show.
Yeah, on the podcast.
Like,
you were about to
Ashley's
be the
missing.
podcast.
Special edition. Where did Ashley go?
Yeah. I'm like, Waldo.
Mhm.
Where's Waldo?
You were about to be.
Hey, I had my coffee
Mhm.
and I was chatting. I was good to go.
She's driving.
You were good.
Mhm.
We've got ideas for other podcasts too. Like the one I really want to do, I got to reach out to the people at Crescent. I want to
Yes.
do a Thursday night where we talk about the serial killer that was there, and then see if we can go in on a Saturday and like investigate his cell. That would be the coolest thing to me
That'd
if
be
we
really
can make
cool.
that happen. Just do a whole episode about the guy and then be like, all right, well, let's
Oh,
go
that'd be
investigate
wild.
his last
Yeah.
place.
There's some
But-
other places I think would be cool to do that. Like,
Mhm.
I heard you can stay in Dahmer's apartment, but I don't know.
Oh, well, that'd be interesting.
But how cool would that to be? Like, cover Dahmer
Yeah.
and then like go live from his apartment. Be like, hey
Mhm.
guys, this is where
Mhm.
this is the freezer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the
Cool.
original, but
Mhm.
Tom's
mean-
like, what did I get myself into?
That'd be
that's
interesting.
Good thing I don't have a contract.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's crazy.
But just
Six
think,
episodes.
what happens if
episode
I
now.
leave? You
Well,
guys got nothing.
anybody listening,
we'll
we're
figure
now
it.
taking applications.
Yeah,
Just in
let
case.
us know. We'll do the
Nate
best.
and I-
say, how would you film?
Nate and I are a
Ooh.
blast.
Yep.
You must bring your own equipment.
We're advertising now for a replacement, Tom. You're not even paying attention.
Must have your own filming gear.
Yeah, must have your own camera.
Tom owns
But-
all cameras.
Nate and I are a blast.
Yep.
We
Yeah, you
bicker.
guys had it easy. I have to lug around all the cameras.
That's true. But I do bring a lot of equipment.
Yes.
And Nate always makes sure that we're hydrated
Yep. I usually got a cooler full of drinks and
because I
Combos.
always forget. Those combos are delicious, by the way.
where were they?
Okay, so
They
people who
sound
know me,
horrendous.
no, they are delicious. People who know me know that I have a slight weakness for ranch. I love ranch. I will put ranch on everything. These two show up to Doss house and they're like, we got you something. And I was like, what? They're ranch combos and they are delicious.
I've never heard of them until I saw them at
They're
that.
I
good.
would never.
Oh yeah,
Mm-mm.
those
Not
and a
even
Dr. Pepper. I was happy.
Mm.
Happy camper.
We know
Yeah.
Ashley. I still got a whole bag of Twizzlers downstairs you didn't even touch. So
I
I'm
forgot
keeping
my
them.
Twizzlers. Bring them
We
to
We know what we
Madison.
all like now. Yep. Yeah.
It's pretty sad that we could all go to Dollar General separately and get everybody enough snacks.
We
'cause I
know what everybody wants. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as it's sour and gummy, Tom is happy
Yep.
with monsters. So
Or
Rockstar.
I prefer
Rockstars, that's
Rockstar,
right.
but
keep saying
And-
monsters.
And don't forget the Tums.
don't
And the
tell me.
Tums. And speaking of energy drinks, Tom, what should people be drinking?
People should be drinking now. W Energy. So
Guys, we have
go to my
have
Facebook.
merch. We have merch and
a sponsor.
a sponsor.
So yeah. So W Energy is a energy blend. No sugar, no artificial dyes, calorie free. It comes in a 30 serving tub. I am due for a new one. I get one every month. It's supposed to arrive on Monday. Post office willing. It comes from California, but yeah, it's they have all kinds of flavors, and they have a new one out also. And I kind of hope this is the one they send me. Would you mix it with milk? And it's called s'mores.
Ooh.
And supposedly it tastes like a s'mores milkshake.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's not like. So I was talking to someone at work about it the other day, and for some reason they kept thinking like it was a pre-workout. It's not a pre-workout. It's just an energy drink like you would get from a can of like Monster, just in a powdered form.
And what's it called?
W Energy.
Okay. I kept calling it Dobby. Like Harry
Potter.
Well, now they should come out with a Harry Potter flavor.
They should.
Mhm.
But I kept
They have
calling
a
it
lot
Dobby.
of they have a lot of interesting flavors. They also are coming out with a hydration one.
Well,
They have two already. But.
Also, there's a code you can use for a discount.
Yeah, so anyone who goes to, or you can Google W Energy, if you use Realm of Darkness 10, you get 10% off your order.
Woo!
That's pretty cool.
I mean,
Nice plug, Tom.
And just to let everybody know, we do have something new that's being worked on. It's going to possibly be finalized next week, but we are going to have an online store with all of our merch. So we're going to have shirts and hoodies and hats and all kinds of cool things, and you guys will be fancy, and you guys can order it and direct ship it to you. You don't have to wait to see us at an event. So that's really cool too. And you don't have to like hit us up and hope that we remember to run to the post office either. So it'll be
you in fact can have a Realm of Darkness shirt before I even have one.
Yeah, somebody already does. I sold one to somebody already. I don't even have one.
Nope, me neither.
Oh, well, you know. And I'm hoping that maybe we can offer a code or something like that for, first order or whatever. I think that'd be really cool. But there's all kinds of things I was looking at. Like, I want a hoodie, and I don't have a hoodie. They haven't been
just so people know we have to buy our own merch.
Yeah.
We do.
Freebies.
Yeah, we don't get it free.
We do. Nope. I definitely snagged 2 of them.
We support ourselves.
We support ourselves.
We fund everything ourselves. We do it all. So
we do.
If you buy a shirt, you help us. So
that's right.
Think about it that way.
You help us go to locations. And
no GoFundMe for these 3.
No, we don't need all that. We'll do it ourselves.
Yeah.
We're awesome.
But I was thinking, so I found out the company that does our shirts also does like charity work. So I was thinking once everything's up and running, maybe we could do something like that. Like they've done 5K and things like that for local charities, and I'm like, that would be really cool to be like, oh, if you get, some Realm of Darkness merch, 10% or 20% goes to this foundation or this charity. Like just things like that to, just to give back, I think.
Yeah.
Can I also make requests?
For merch or for foundations?
For merch.
Yeah.
Like, can we add a horse to a shirt?
Yeah, all we need is a design.
Just say it. Maybe a unicorn. I don't know. Sounds awesome.
And we'll put Rhythm with the Tism on it. Realm of Darkness on the bottom.
That would be awesome.
I'm dying over
We could all have our own specialty shirts. I know what mine would say.
I don't know. What would yours say?
I don't want to say it.
Oh, no.
Aggressive with a side of sass.
Yeah.
She petty.
Petty queen or
Petty queen, yeah.
Petty queen. No, I really like my shirt that says, "You think I'm mean? Wait till I don't like you." My other shirt that says, "Oh, did I roll my eyes out loud?" And the one that says, "Thou shall not try me." I love those. I love having sassy shirts.
I do talk shit about everybody with my dog, so
yeah.
That would be a good shirt for you to add.
Yeah. I don't know what my shirt would say.
Yours would say "closet petty."
Yeah. It could be.
Or-
Or just
Or-
don't read the group chat, something like that. Something
Or his
fun.
would say shit stir.
Instigator.
Yeah, because
Fuck
that
'em.
happens.
Paranormal instigator.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be. I try to instigate. It's fine.
A
Everything.
demon growl. Yeah. My shirt could just say guys. Oh no,
Guys,
that
guys.
sounds different though.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
that sounds weird.
that doesn't sound right.
That sounds
Let's
like you're
think of that
going
one.
someplace we're not going to film at.
That's on the OnlyFans. No, just
Yeah.
We renamed that
Guys,
Only
guys,
Feats.
guys.
Okay.
that's Realm at Darkness instead of Realm of Darkness.
Mhm.
Oh Lord, I think I
I'm
need to
not
go to bed. I'm
subscribing to
getting
that one. Sorry.
well. Okay, I saw Brandon in the chat. Did you guys see Brandon? I love you. Did you see the picture of his? He posted a picture of his feet, and he said,
I did. Yes.
"I was dying. I love
laughed,
him.
laughed.
I love him." But before we go, because we've been on here for about an hour
I
and
had-
40.
Well, but I also had a great idea that we can. So I don't know if I want to say it on the. Should I say it on here?
That depends on if it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Or do you
But,
want to
like-
wait until we end and then we can talk about it behind stage?
No, I don't think it's bad. Like
Tom's to be a sponsor, and Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids,
Yes.
we need
work
And
on.
Dr. Pepper.
No,
We
so
need
I was
Dr.
thinking,
Pepper.
Got a
like-
couple.
You know how people, a lot of shows, like in a lot of podcasts, they have a Patreon, right?
Yeah.
For like exclusive stuff. So I was giving this a thought the other day. Like, what if we had a Patreon, and then every so often we could, for the members of the Patreon, have like a contest to be a special guest on the show,
Yeah.
like, or an investigation or something like that.
I like that.
Do you not see my text?
No, my phone's on
You
thing.
really gotta take them. I was falling asleep.
He muted her. I couldn't hear.
I
love it.
I know he muted himself.
Uh-huh.
No, I think that's a good idea. I like the idea of that. I think that would be cool, especially
Yeah.
like to come on and be a guest or to even
Mhm.
like give ideas of what we could talk about. Because I know
Yeah. Mhm.
sometimes we're like, well, what do we want to talk about? Do we go really horrific or do we go like
Mhm.
slightly
Well, I
grumpy?
mean, like, and it might give some people, like, it'd be fun, I think. And, meet
Yeah.
Yeah.
some new people,
Something
get
to
some of
talk
their
about.
stories, and
Yeah.
Yep.
Robert
Robert-
take your
Travis
money.
said, take my money. Yeah. And like, if we're going to a location, we could always say, like, hey, offer up a spot to come investigate with us. Like I
That's
said,
right, and like
we're fun. I think we're
be a
fun.
guest, and then see how we do it on the film, or filming, and all that, and make it in an episode.
Yeah. They'd have to sign a release. I got
Of
that.
course,
Media
Always.
release. Yep.
can't talk about it
You're not allowed to say anything.
until
Well,
it
and
airs.
a media release to make sure they don't come back and say, you can't use my picture. Like, well,
that too.
that's 12 hours of filming we can't use.
Yeah.
But no, I like that idea, Tom. I like it a lot.
Tom
I already
has
got
some
Robert on
good
board. He said,
trouble
"Take my money,"
Yep. Take my money. But
and I don't
It's
mean
good.
it would be a lot of money. Just
No, like a couple bucks or something.
we
like
could
$5 a month,
also,
I think is like the Patreon minimum or something like that.
we could do polls about like who should go into
Episodes.
solitary by themselves for 20 minutes.
And that
Lights.
could be a member exclusive.
Lights out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who has
That's an
to
idea sometimes, people.
Who has to sleep in the location by themselves? I would be doing that. I've done it before.
It wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
You know,
And what would happen too is I would get drawn, and that would be just always
Uh-huh.
me.
So that
That's
means like
how it goes.
Nate and I would have to stay close just in case you
Yeah.
needed us.
doesn't taste Tom screaming.
Yeah.
We've been on here way long. I think it's time for us to head on out for the evening.
I agree. I'm going to bed because I gotta work in the morning.
I gotta walk
Right.
the dogs. If
Oh.
anyone didn't know, that's what that was about.
Oh,
They're
well,
getting
have fun.
antsy. They're getting
No.
antsy.
Have fun
Uh-huh.
walking the dogs.
I will. Hey, it's always a joyful time.
Yeah.
They take me for
Everyone-
a walk.
Head over to Facebook, check out our trailer, check out what we have going on. And I'll let you know when the shirts are up and ready, because then you can go have your own little Realm of Darkness shirt.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.